All right, now we're live. All right, I think we got it. I think we got it figured out. Let me see. I don't know how many. Well, we have 0 people watching right now, so it's gonna be hard to tell if anybody can see this. But apparently, nobody's looking at the moment. So
this is 3 watching.
He says 3. Well, make a few comments in there. Let's see who's in the house. So there we go. Now we got 3. So, anyways, it's been a long time since we've been live. I want to say it's been about 2 years. So tonight's topic, though, we're going to get on here and just chat and see what everybody is doing as far as this cold weather goes and how you're preparing your homestead. I mean, it's freaking cold and it's going to get worse. So some of the different things that you have to do, some of the different things we do, just so everybody can kind of get an idea of what each other are doing. Everybody's got different ways of doing things. You never know, somebody might learn a better way to do something than the way we do it or you do it or whatever. So you okay over there, Trent? Trent's manning the other computer to be my moderator, I guess. So let's see, what do we got here? Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a very long live, but
well, I'm putting it out on like Instagram and Facebook and all that.
Okay. So we'll wait a few minutes and see who else piles in here before we get started with our chat on what we do to prepare for the really cold weather. Let me see there. Oh, there we go. All right. Why am I? Hold on a second. Give me one.
Talk. You can't just leave people hanging.
I know. I'm looking at something on my phone real quick. Lisa, we're going to get to the chat here in just a second with there we go. With everything that's going on. Anyways, cold weather around here is not that normal. I mean, we're in West Tennessee. It usually does. Oh, Abe Froman is here. The sausage king of Chicago.
Have no fear. Abe is here.
That's right. So, yeah, the cold weather around here doesn't really happen that often. So, but when it does, it's kind of a big deal because a lot of stuff down here really isn't set up for it. So, I got to cover all the hose bibs outside. I got water lines that are buried in the ground that go out to the animals. I usually disconnect those and blow them out just so there's no water in them so they don't freeze. We got the heated water bowls. I got to deal with that. Of course, the goats, they eat a lot more when it's cold. And we put down more bedding and all that good stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of different things that go on here. I mean, it's horrible trying to go out there and break ice all the time for the animals. So the heated water bowls, definitely a plus. Definitely do that. But you got that bedding. We got meat birds outside. I got to make sure the heat lamps are enough to keep them warm. So I don't want them to be frozen. So that wouldn't be good. But we don't have snow here very often either. But when it does snow, things tend to close down for quite a while. I mean, I think it was last year or the year before it snowed. It took like 4 days for the plow guy to show up and actually clear the streets so we could leave, and get out. So, yeah, when it snows here, things move a lot slower than they normally do. So, it's not a good thing, not our favorite time of year, but it is, I guess it is kind of good because in the wintertime you get a little bit of a break. So, yeah, there we go. But yeah, it's kind of brutal. I'm not a big fan of winter. We originated up in Chicago in the northwest suburbs, and it was even colder up there. So winter down here generally isn't that bad, but every now and then you get it to be below 0. I mean, they're talking Monday and Tuesday, I think minus 10 to 15 below 0. So yeah, it's not going to be a good time at all. So we're not looking forward to that. We got all our firewood up on the deck, enough to go for about a week before I have to go outside to get more. That's another thing. I bring a lot of firewood up on the deck because the last thing I want to do is go out there when it's 10 below 0 outside and be trucking firewood back and forth. I don't know if you guys seen the video on the deck, the way I closed it in with the shower curtains to keep it kind of warm in there. I put a lot of firewood on the deck. I don't have to go outside in the cold or anything like that. I just got to open this door, walk out about 7 or 8 feet, grab an armful, and throw it in there. Don't really recommend keeping your firewood in the house in this area because as soon as you bring it in, if there's bugs on it or something, they wake up and they're crawling all over the place. So grab a couple logs out of the cold, throw them right in the fireplace. You won't have a problem. So what else is going on in the live here? Yeah, so yeah, wintertime is definitely not our favorite thing to do. So we did move the Mustang out of the garage and take it to a different location to get it into storage so we can actually do a few projects and do them in the garage, and we have the space for it. We did tear down the old shed a while back. That is going to be a new garage going up probably in the spring, but then again, it's winter time, so it's kind of cold. Not really wanting to build right now. It's going to have to warm up. Right now, we're dealing with severe cold weather, and it's not going to be a whole lot of fun. I'm sure everybody else is dealing with the same thing. Anybody else want to chime in and let us know, what do you do for your animals and everything else when it gets this cold? I mean, some of the viewers are up in Canada. I mean, it's always cold there. And then you got some in Texas where it doesn't get cold that often at all. So, I mean, people are kind of scared out all over the place. But yeah, it's not easy, especially when you got babies on the way. I mean, thank goodness it's not February right now, because our goats are going to start kidding. I mean, you don't want them to be kidding when it's 10 below zero outside, you know? So what was that? Was that your phone?
Yeah.
Okay. Trent's on the other computer, sitting on the other side over there. So that is kind of in a nutshell what we're doing for winter. You know, like I said, you got to deal with your animals, winterizing all your stuff. I'll bring in all my animals. It's quite comfy. Yeah, bringing goats and chickens into the house might not be a good idea. But all your dogs, yeah, I could see that. But I don't know. Some people bring goats in the house. It's not doing that. I don't think so. Chickens too. We've had a chicken in the house once or twice when they were injured. You can't keep them in here for long. They start to stink really bad.
Yes, they do.
So what if they bring in their girlfriend? Oh, I see how this is.
Randall keeps bringing a girlfriend home.
Oh yeah, one of Abe Froman's dogs has a girlfriend in the neighborhood. He keeps trying to bring home. So that's kind of funny.
Did you go over the extra bedding?
Yeah, I did. I was mentioning that we put down a lot of extra straw and stuff.
Yeah.
I also like to make sure all my feed is in place. I make sure I'm stocked up on all my grain for the chicken, all my hay for the goats. Everything's in place where it needs to be. That way, when it's 10 below zero outside, I'm not trucking hay bales back and forth or, moving, 20 bags worth of chicken feed, so.
Plus, I sprinkled in some cayenne pepper into the chicken feed. It helps. I heard it helps keep them warm.
Well, it's a little spicy, so I could say, yeah, that'd probably work.
The Cow Emporium. Hello.
Oh, perfect candidate to talk about the cold, the Cow Emporium. How cold is it up there by you guys? It's got to be freezing over there. Way up there in Canada, eh?
You could see the comments?
Yeah, I can see the comments on
They
here.
used to not be able to.
No, they're on here.
Oh, hi.
Say hi, Trent.
Hi. Sorry, Mom.
Yeah, you're beautiful, darling.
Thanks, baby.
So, yeah, the cold weather, actually, right now, it's 34 degrees outside right now, so it's really not that bad. It's 34 degrees outside. It's actually 45 on the deck, so it's a little bit more. Minus 43. Oh, geez. Was that with the wind chill, or was that just minus 43 and a little higher when you add the wind chill? Minus 43 is brutal. That's when everything breaks. Your truck will break, the tractor will break, your water pipes will break, everything breaks. Minus 43, that is nuts. I would not want to deal with that. I've been there. Painfully cold. Yeah, it is. That is painfully cold. Like I said, that's the problem too. When it gets this cold, that's when everything breaks. Everything. Last thing you want to do is be going outside and working on stuff. That was just the ambient temperature, no wind. Oh, man. So it's probably 60 or 70 below when you had a little wind into there. Yeah, that is cold.
I'd hate to know what it is with the wind chill.
You know what? Yeah. You guys could just keep that up north over there. That would be great. But I think you got a leak. Some of it's leaking down our way. What is going on? Oh, geez. You guys see the dog photo bombing right here? Tank, what are you doing, buddy?
Tanky boo.
I think he wants in. Should I let
he
him
was
in?
mad
I'll
at
let him
something
in.
earlier.
Come on, buddy. Come on. Get in
You
here.
can't see it because of the name
There he
at the
goes.
bottom. Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
That's our house
I just
hippo.
got slimed.
Tank, come here, buddy. Let's see if we can get him up here to say hi. Come here. Oh wait, give me that towel. He's got a.
Come here.
Yeah, he's got to have his face wiped off. Hold on.
I
One
should have
second.
hashtag.
You want to say hi, buddy? You want to say hi? You want to say
The
hi?
Cow Emporium said hi to Tank.
Oh, Cow Emporium says hi. Okay, buddy. Okay. Here's your towel.
Abe Froman
There.
says he has all the tools.
You want to say hi, buddy? You want to say hi? That's Tank. Tank don't like the cold either. He goes out there for a little bit and then he's ready to come back in. But when it's weird because when it's like 45, 50, he'll stay out there. But I mean, like I said, right now it's 33, but he's not interested in staying out there when it's that cold either.
Hold on, I'm asking her a question.
Oh, okay.
If I could type correctly.
Look at Tank. He's got it. Look at it. You say hi, buddy. Yeah, he's a big boy now. I'm going to guess he's probably about 160 pounds. Maybe a little more. He's getting there. He just turned a year old. What was it, November 25th.
God, he looks even bigger on the screen.
Yeah, he does look like, well, hence the name, Tank.
Yeah.
Buddy, you can't get this guy thinks he's a lap dog, I swear. He kind of reminds me of Dino from the Flintstones. When I come home, he comes running up, wants to jump on me and, knock me over. All right, buddy. All right. I get it. Okay. Hey, bud, I'm on the computer. Can I talk?
No,
He's wagging his
no.
tail. He's wagging his tail.
He don't mind the cold.
Well, when it gets this cold, he's not out there long.
Hey,
But
take
hey,
your poop.
buddy,
Leave him
you're
alone.
getting me all muddy, dude. I know. Yeah, how did the cow emporium? How do you prepare for all the cold? I mean,
Especially with those temperatures.
oh yeah. I mean,
you only do so much.
at that point, I don't even think any of the heated water stuff would work. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm sure they have the thing that goes in the tank.
The stock tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when it's that cold, roll more barley feed. Straw bales were brought in back. Cows do pretty well. Yeah, they are well insulated, but I mean, the water problem, though, I mean, I would imagine it'd be very difficult to keep your stock tanks, open and not freezing over with a giant block of ice.
I kind of came, like I helped him with his videos, but I don't really get involved with YouTube a whole lot. But I actually remember the cow emporiums. They used to go out and show you exactly what they did for the cows every morning. And it was really cool to watch.
No. Tank is totally thinks it's time to play right now.
Yeah,
hey, buddy.
warm tank heaters.
Paige might have to take him over to her room or something, but
Leave him alone. Oh, I know.
still chop ice even with the warm tank heaters. Yeah, I would imagine when it's that cold. I think the only thing that would help that is fire, but even that is cold. Yeah, we're like I said, winter here generally isn't that bad. It usually doesn't get below zero, but I mean, I think we've been here 7 years. I want to say this is the second time it's going to drop below zero. Usually in the winter, average temperature is usually, I'm going to say between the 40s and the low 60s is usually where it hangs out all winter. And then you get a few days where it's in the 30s or 20s. And then it usually starts to warm up again. But, when we lived up north, northern Illinois, right along the border of Wisconsin, I mean, that was cold up there. Sometimes it was colder there than it was in Alaska. The other problem living up there, too, is with the snow, the traffic gets so bad, you can't even go fast enough to crash. So, I mean, you're sitting in traffic for hours. A drive that normally takes you an hour would take 6 or 7 hours. It's ridiculous. But I don't miss the traffic, and I definitely don't miss the cold and the snow. So, but apparently it's following us occasionally. I'm coming over here. Oh, Trent's getting Tank a treat.
Peanut butter on like a lick pad.
She's going to give him peanut butter on this lick pad. That'll keep him busy for a while.
It does.
That'll probably warm him up too. But yeah, winter around here is not very fun at all. Do you have alternate power in case of power outages? We do.
Who has that?
Abe Froman, the sausage king of Chicago.
Oh, I love how engaging he's being.
Yeah, baby chick's doing okay. Yeah, actually, they're doing good. I got 2 heat lamps in there right now. Now, we got 40 of them. I want to say like 2 days after we got them, one of them died for some reason. I mean, it happened. So now we got 39, but there's 2 heat lamps in there, and we've had them now since, January 4th. So yeah, so far they're doing good. They're eating, they're drinking, they're getting big. They're in I actually have one of those metal sheds from like Lowe's you put together. They used to be a couple $100. Now they're like $500. Now I wouldn't pay that for it. Now it's way too high, but we put them in there, and I put some those bales of pine shavings that you buy at Tractor Supply. We put a few of those on the wall that gets the most wind to kind of block any breeze that would go through there, and kind of try to insulate it a little bit better. And of course, we put down a lot more pine shavings. But you know how the meat birds are, when they get under the heat lamp, they all swarm into a pile and keep each other warm. So, but yeah, they're doing pretty good. I think they'll be fine. You know, I mean, it's weird. We ordered some over the summer, the meat birds, and it was really hot, and half the shipment didn't make it here. By the time it got here, half the birds were dead. They didn't make it. And that's when it was hot. We did have another time when it was really, really cold, and we had a shipment come into the post office, and all of them survived. It was weird. You'd figure it'd be the other way around, because the baby chickens like to be warm. Our one comes out of the southwest, heading northeast.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Well, normally it does. Right now it's coming out of the north, but normally it comes out of the southwest and heads northeast. That's where most of our storms come from. But yeah, the cold stuff dips down from Canada and comes down this way.
Well, I don't think it's coming from the equator.
No. No. In wintertime, yeah, it comes out of the northwest, heading southeast. In the summertime, it's coming out of the southwest, heading northeast. I think I got that right. But yeah, it's definitely cold. We're not big fans of it at all. So
a friend of ours said that they're watching but not commenting. I'm not gonna say who, but
one of those people,
yes,
huh?
You could tell them hello.
Oh, I could tell them hello.
Hello to the mystery person.
Hello, mystery person.
Come on, mystery person.
If the mystery person's not willing to get up here, and I hope they freeze. Uh-oh. What's going on over there?
We're good.
I don't know. These two are colluding against me. They got something up their sleeve.
Yes, always.
Always, yes.
But yeah, I mean, you know, we got all the gas for our generator. Our generator's working. We got all our firewood. I mean, we're ready to stay here for a few days. It's supposed to start snowing tomorrow. When that happens, it'll take them a few days to clean it up, and then it's not going to warm up, I think, until like Thursday. So Calemporium's on it.
It's hot in here.
Well, we just threw some logs in the fireplace.
I'm sitting right next to it.
So, yeah, wintertime's not our favorite subject here. Paige wanted to get the four-wheelers ready to ride them in the snow tomorrow, but it's going to be below zero. So, no, I don't want to do it. It's too cold.
Yeah.
I mean, it is fun to get out there in the four-wheelers and mess around in the snow, but yeah, you don't get tornadoes like us. Yeah, you know, we haven't really had one affect our personal property here, but yeah, the Shell station, the gas station about a mile from here, got wiped out 2 years ago. They just reopened that, I want to say 2 months ago. They had to put up a brand new building and everything. The weird thing about that tornado was that Shell station is on the corner, and on the opposite corner is another gas station. Then there's a house, and then there's a cornfield. Well, only that Shell station blew away. And the weird thing is there was two girls that were working in there. They hid in the bathroom. And after the storm blew by, they opened the door, and the whole building was gone except for the bathroom. Wouldn't that be strange? You open the door, and everything that was there is gone. It's all across the street, laying in the field. Really strange. Trade the cold for tornadoes? Yeah, I don't think so.
No, that cold
Oh, I don't want that cold.
for the tornadoes. Like
I would.
I don't know. Like I often wonder. Like I know they're in Canada and that's their way of life, but would they want to get away from the cold and come to the lower 48? And
I wouldn't think so. I'll take tornadoes over
I
negative
agree,
temperatures.
Abe.
Well, you
I
know, it's kind of weird when you look at it. Tornadoes cause a lot of damage really fast. Cold weather.
So can cold though.
Cold, you can freeze to death.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Not if you're like us.
Yeah.
But I mean, everywhere you go in this part of the world, you're gonna have
anywhere in
issues,
the world.
You know.
Yeah, you got blizzards and crazy snow and stuff and negative temperatures up by up by the cow emporium, and then we get tornadoes. California's always got mudslides, floods, earthquakes.
Even in Alaska, you can get
Yeah.
tsunamis.
Well,
and
Alaska has
and-
more earthquakes, I think, than California does.
Yeah.
But then then you got the East Coast; they always get hit with hurricanes. So it doesn't matter where you go; there's always something.
Oh
but,
yeah. But what would you want to trade? I guess is the question. Would you trade your norm for something else?
Yeah.
Like up in Chicago, we didn't have that much. We didn't have like tornadoes.
No.
We had the cold, but not like Canada cold.
You got a tornadoes very
Yeah.
rarely up there. It wasn't very common, but the winter up there was brutal.
That's not nice because the cow emporium. Look at what they're going through.
I
right
know.
now.
I feel sorry for them. That's crazy.
It was brutal. She's like, cry me a river.
Hey, you know what? I'll bet you it's like, the cow emporium up there.
Yeah.
You ever watch Deadliest Catch when they got those big orange sledgehammers? They're knocking all the ice off the side of the ship. So they probably have to do that with the cows. Like go over there and knock all the ice off of them. I mean,
even covered in ice, they still chase them for the hay. It's kind of funny.
yeah, I know. It is pretty funny. Cows are pretty resilient. So, I mean, they don't seem to care. They
want their food.
They want their food. They walk around. They just, whatever. They seem totally mellow.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. We had the cows behind us. The farmer that owned all that passed away a couple of years ago, and they sold off all the cows, and now they're leasing the field out. And I think they grew soybeans 2 years in a row. But before that, we had cows and horses back there and all that stuff, which was kind of cool. They were good neighbors, Nice to look at when you open the window in the morning and you see a
Except for when
horse.
they jump the fence and come
Well,
in there.
yeah, there was a calf that jumped the fence and ran through our backyard and wrecked a couple fences down that way, jumping from yard to yard. It was like what's that video game that you ride a cow and I think it was a Wii game.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I forgot what.
Yeah, it was pretty funny, but
yeah.
cow was looking for his mother or something. You're gonna try out the 4K. Oh, the 4K Din Cornelius with okay. Cornelius is going for a ride tomorrow.
I think he didn't know how to spell something. Oh, Abe Froman.
Abe Froman.
Does anyone know, besides us and Abe Froman, where that name came from?
Yeah, does anybody in the chat know that where Abe Froman originated from?
Yeah, because there's like a whole 7 people in here. Not a whole lot. We've been gone for 2 years on the lives, but
Yeah, we haven't done a live in a long time.
the only people commenting is Abe Froman and the Cow Emporium. We figured that out already, Abe.
Yeah, try out the 4-wheel drive. Okay.
Now we got 6. Did we scare them away?
Oh, you must have.
It must be the Cornelius talk from me.
I'll have to be honest, though, with the Cow Emporium, lately we've been eating Amish cows. And
Oh my gosh, they're so
They're
good.
very tasty.
They're so good.
So, yeah, we go to the Amish store we used to go like once or twice a year, but now I think we're going like every 6 or 8 weeks. We go there and buy a bunch of beef and stuff like that. And they're actually expanding their store, which is kind of cool. So I think they're going to be selling more poultry, pork, beef, all that stuff. So they're getting bigger, which is good. Because I'd rather buy from somebody local than the big box stores. But there you go. Abe Froman says he had some Amish ground beef tonight. It was good. Yeah, definitely. Well, so did I actually. I made chili with that, with some of the Amish ground beef. So figured if the power goes out, I got leftovers. I can take some of that chili, throw it in a pot, put it on the wood burner, and let it do its thing. So, yeah, Trent don't like chili, but yeah, we're set to go in case anything gets crazy. But snow, ice, and then you throw a little wind into there. I mean, who knows what's going to happen?
Yes.
Guess what? A grass fed. Yeah,
yes.
yeah. They're grass feeded.
The people that we used to get our cow from, it was his cows were grass fed.
He grass fed them, and then he finished them off with a peanut based grain. He said it was.
Yeah, peanut butter, I think.
Some kind of peanut grain. Trent's weird for not liking chili. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but they were grass fed with a grain finish. The guy we used to get them from. So, we're trying something different for the moment, but. We thought about doing pigs before, but we're really tight on space over here. So between the garden, the goats, and the chickens, I mean, we're kind of full. If this thing escalates any further, you're going to see animals out in my front yard when you drive by. That's where the goats will be. The pigs will be in the back.
Who else has been prepping for the cold?
Yeah, who else has been prepping for the cold? Anybody
Now,
want
I'd
to
like to
chime
know
in?
who the 7th person is that keeps coming in and leaving.
I don't know. Maybe we should take a poll. Who do you think it is?
Well, I keep asking. The only people commenting is the Emporium and Abe Furman.
Yeah, you can't really see who's in here, can you?
Oh, now they're back. See,
Oh,
I don't know who it is.
Back and forth.
Come
Back
and
and
go. Come and go.
Maybe it's Lisa from Yogi
Show
Hollow.
yourself.
Lisa from Yogi Hollow. She's probably multitasking. You know?
She's always multitasking.
Yeah, or Diesel's chewing on the cord for the computer or something's going on. But
Diesel.
that's all right. That's all right. So I think we're pretty well prepared for what's about to come. Like I said, we have everything we need. Food, water, gas, firewood, generator, everything. I mean, everything's prepared. I don't think we're going to have any frozen pipes. Another trick that I usually do, because I've had this happen before, is out front. I think Lisa would comment. Yeah, you're right. Lisa would comment. But the water meter out front here, the water lines here are only, I don't know, maybe a foot down. So the frost line here generally isn't that low. The water lines and the water meter is out front in the yard, a foot underneath the ground. It's got this little door on it so you can open it up and read it and send you your water bill and whatnot. Well, I've had that freeze once or twice. You got to go throw a light bulb under there to kind of heat it up so it. Oh, Mr. Yogi Hollow watching. What's up, dude? So I throw a hay bale or a straw bale over the water meter to keep it from freezing, because it's nothing worse than when you get up in the morning, you go to turn on the faucet and nothing comes out. That's not a whole lot of fun either. That is a concern with the shell. Yeah, it is. I haven't had any break on the house just yet, but I have had that meter freeze. Now, the weird thing is the water lines that I ran to go out by the animals, everything in my house, when I bought the house, the plumbing was shot. So all the water lines were copper, and we replaced them all with PEX. Now, they say that PEX will expand 2 or 3 times its size before it splits or whatever. But so far, I haven't had any problems with it. But I did run PEX all the way out to the animals. Now, I've had those freeze a few times, and they don't break. You know, but I mean, at some point, one of the fittings might break because they're brass. But generally, that stuff is, I mean, so far is pretty good. You know, I haven't had a whole lot of issues with it. So I would definitely recommend PEX for running water lines out to your animals. I mean, it's super easy. You dig a trench and run it to wherever you want to put your hydrant. You know, and I didn't get one of the hydrants that's got the valve that goes underground. Mine just comes straight out of the ground. I got a ball valve and that's it. But like I said, normally for probably 51 weeks a year. How am I supposed to be lurking?
She was the mystery guest.
Oh, yeah. I told you. Tomorrow through Monday. Yeah, we're supposed to start dropping, I think tonight, and then tomorrow it's supposed to snow. Tomorrow and Monday and Tuesday, I think we're supposed to be really cold. But, yeah, for the PEX, though, I think I've only, maybe for 1 week out of the year, I'm not able to use it because it freezes, but it's not very often, and it's not for months on end. If it freezes, it's for like a day or two, and then it's back to normal, you know? So, yeah, Lisa up there and the Dakotas, definitely cold up there. That's another one. Oh, they're watching everything on the big screen. Trin, now you got to come over and say hi. Come on.
She already saw me. She was watching in the beginning. I don't need to come back.
Oh, Trin don't want to come
I'm
back.
not.
Her hair's not done.
I'm not too presentable.
Well, this is a show about being prepared for winter, so you're prepared to stay home for the next few days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That's what I thought.
If I hear anything from Abe Froman, I'm going to throw him.
Here comes Tran. Here comes the boss.
Hi.
Abe Froman. Oh, my God.
See, he knows.
Oh, yeah.
How's everyone doing? Hope you all staying warm. I know I am. We got our fireplace going. Our fireplace has been going for, I don't know, about 3 months. Let me start that like October. No, it hasn't even been cold. It was still 90 in October.
Was it?
It
I
didn't
feel
start
so-
getting cold until like late November.
No, we started burning before then. It had to be sometime November. I don't remember, but our fireplace is usually going all winter long. So, I mean, the furnace kicks on at night after we go to sleep. And, you know, in the morning time, we start another fire and get it all going all over again. So, but
I just wish that can get
Yeah.
down the hallway.
Before you know it, we'll be talking about extreme heat.
No, I will never complain about extreme heat. Okay. I got the pool, I got the deck, I got my animals, I'm good.
Yeah, that's true.
I will complain constantly about the cold because it's painful and not fun.
The weirdest thing about the cold is this dog loves ice. I mean,
yeah, thanks to your brother.
Yeah, my brother had a cooler over here one day, and he gave the dog an ice cube, and he's been stuck with it ever since. I mean, every time you go to the fridge to fill your water and you get ice out of the ice maker, he comes over and sits down waiting for his ice cube.
Or he'll nudge your like the glass thing when you're filling it. He'll go like this, so water will go everywhere. Yeah, well, that's the thing too. Like we were outside earlier today, emptying out the water buckets because they're blocks of ice. Put the blocks of ice out there. He goes after him instantly. Yep. I mean, I'll take the cold over 120. Yeah, I can't do it. I don't know, dude. Oh, the tornadoes, yeah, those are kind of a pain, but the 120, I mean, we have air conditioning in the pool, so it's not horrible. But 2 pellet stoves. Oh, yes, our pellet stove has been running for about a month now. Those pellet stoves were really big for a while, and now I haven't seen them anywhere. Are they still selling them things? So I used to see them at the store all the time, and now it's like I don't really see them a whole lot anymore. Oh, yes? Yeah. So yeah, the pellet stove, I'm kind of curious about that. They were like when we lived up north, they were all over the place. Everybody was buying them up like crazy. But yeah, something different. But pellet stove, I guess, could be a good and a bad thing. It's easy. You don't have to worry about firewood, but then you got to, get all your pellets. You probably buy them all at the same time so you don't run out in the middle of winter. I'm sure there's a shortage right about now when they say it's going to be 20 below. All of a sudden, everybody's sold out of pellets or whatever. But definitely a good way to stay warm. Any kind of stove is better than no stove, I agree.
So.
Well, I'm going to sit back down.
You're going to sit back
down. Guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was a short visit. Bye.
Trent's going to go back to her desk and moderate.
I don't know. I just don't like it.
No, Trent's sitting at her computer, but yeah, so we're prepared for everything that's about to come. Hopefully everybody else is. So I think we're going to cut this one off and
we just got 8 now.
Oh, we just got 8 and we're getting ready to bail, but I mean we kind of went over what we do, and what Cow Emporium does, and
yeah, we were hoping some more people would jump on.
Well, it is what it is. We haven't done a live in like 2 years, so I mean, I wouldn't expect there to be a huge audience since we haven't done a live in 2 years.
Well, maybe you can go over, hey, we're back, and
we are back.
Obviously, we're back.
We had a couple of issues behind the scenes with some YouTube stuff, but I think we got it resolved, so I think we're good. So
I'm going to update I'm going to import the Extreme Homestead videos.
Yeah. That
we were doing over to this.
Yeah, those will be uploaded here soon. Works very well. Pellets are reasonably priced. When we lived in Connecticut, we burned hardwood. I hear there's only pine, which burns up fast. Oh yeah, the pine that'd be a nightmare on your chimney maintenance. I'm so glad you guys are back. Well, thank you. We're glad we're back too. we kind of missed it, So yeah, that thing with the pine though. Yeah, burning pine. Pine is a great way to put that in your, like I have a regular wood burner, not a pellet stove, but if you want heat really fast, start the fire with that and then switch over to oak or maple or something else afterwards. But the pine throws off a lot of heat really fast, but it burns fast, and you're right, you get a lot of creosote build up in your chimney. So some people will swear up and down, don't burn any kind of soft wood, you're going to burn your house down. Well, if you do your chimney maintenance, it's fine. You can do it. But, I mean, if you burn pine all the time and don't maintain your chimney, then, yeah, you're going to have a problem. But, as long as you maintain your chimney, you'll be fine. So I usually clean my chimney out at the beginning of the season, beginning of the fall, actually, beginning of the burning season. And then I'll usually clean it out usually about midway through, sometime in February. I'll run the chimney brush through the chimney and get everything out. But I did notice all we have is softwood. Yeah, it works. You just got to watch your chimney, Burning pine is a death sentence. Yeah, I mean, I've done it. I've burned pine in my stove, but yeah, you got to really watch your chimney. Really watch it. But hardwood is kind of the way to go. I usually burn oak in mine, but when I'm burning pine, it's usually lumber scraps, But cleaning chimney is key. Yeah, it is. Yeah, well, now you have hardwood in your region, so you got a pellet stove. Do you have a wood burner too, or just a pellet stove? I mean, it would be kind of interesting to have both, I guess. But some people got 2 wood burners in their house. But yeah, cleaning the chimney is definitely important. Probably be better if you take the bark off. I don't know. I'm not sure. But if you're in a spot where all you got is pine, yeah, the pellet stove might be the better way to go. But I love having a wood burner, I'll tell you, because we like it warm. And this electric heat, it's not the greatest. I don't like it. We had gas heat up north, and it works way better than this electric stuff. And not to mention, you hear them all the time. I mean, even around here, rolling blackouts because of power problems. Well, if you had gas, you wouldn't have this problem. But there's no natural gas out in the country where we live, so you only have the pellet stove. Having a pellet stove is better than nothing. I mean, I would have a pellet stove if I was, in an area that I couldn't get firewood or something, but it might be easier actually with a pellet stove. You can just order all your pellets and go pick them up, throw them in the garage somewhere, and you're done. You don't have to deal with splitting firewood or cutting firewood down or any of that stuff. So it might actually be easier. Ryan cleaned the chimney a lot. We had issues. So yeah, okay. Let's fiddle in with the wood, constantly starting fires. I can see that. A lot of the pellet stoves have like a hopper on them, don't they? Where you dump it all in and it just self-feeds for like hours and hours and hours. So I could see that being actually easier. Probably a lot less babysitting the stove. You probably just, like I said, you just fill it up and let her rip. So how often you got to put pellets in that thing? Like once a day or something? You throw a bag or 2 in there and let it go, or maybe they got a fancy one nowadays. It's got some kind of app that'll send you a text message. Alberta is under warning that our power grid is at maximum use. Yeah, they're being asked to cut back. I am not surprised. They had that on the news down here too, But yet, they want everybody to buy electric cars. How's that going to work? You can't heat your house. You can't plug your car in. How are you supposed to go to work or survive? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. But, the powers that be think these electric cars are great and electric everything, and then they cry the power grid can't handle it. So, yeah, once a day, 40 pounds. Well, that ain't bad. So what does it cost you? What does it cost for a bag of pellets? I mean, if you're burning 1 bag a day, yeah, that is rough. Yeah, they do always say that, Trent.
Yeah.
Yeah, always. The power grid, everybody goes, even when it's like 110 out, they'll tell you the same thing. Turn your air conditioner up to 80.
78 or 80. I don't think so, dude.
Yeah, I don't think so either, man. You know what? Living down here in the summertime, you have to have air conditioning. It's too hot and too humid. I don't know how people survived here like 100 years ago. It's way too hot to be down here in the summer. Way too hot without air conditioning. I would never do that. I mean, you almost have to have a pool living here too. Buy 4 to 5 pallets. Yeah, that's not bad. 4 to 5 pallets, man. You got to store that somewhere. Yeah, that's $4 a bag really ain't bad. I mean, you know what? At $4 a bag in 30 days, that's what, $120 a month. That's really not bad, dude. I mean, you turn this electric heat on, man. You might as well go out and put a grease fitting on the electric meter. That sucker's spinning so fast it's probably smoking. But yeah, that's really not bad for the pellet stove. $3.99 a bag. I'm sure different regions have different prices on that kind of stuff. It's probably more expensive up in Illinois where we were from, but Tank is back. All right, buddy. Say hi. Say hi, buddy.
He sees you on this.
Yeah, he sees. You know what? It's kind of funny. He sees stuff on the TV and he wants to kill the TV. What are you doing, buddy? All right.
Take it down.
All right, buddy. See, he thinks he's a lap dog. Yeah, he's a big boy. in the driveway. Keep my here from September to June. 3 times a year. Oh, keep in the driveway. Oh boy, all right, buddy, come on down. Oh, you're getting me all muddy. Tank. Oh,
Sorry.
yeah,
guys.
he's kind of, he doesn't know how big he is.
He thinks he's a chihuahua.
Yeah, he thinks he's a chihuahua. But yeah, our firewood, we keep it away from the house. It's got to be, it's like in the back over by the chicken coop and the tractor shed. The problem over here with firewood is you can't keep it close to your house because you definitely, if you do that and it gets wet on the bottom, you'll start to attract like termites, and you definitely don't want termites right next to your house. So we keep it way in the back. And I'll usually take the tractor over there with the bucket, fill the bucket up with wood, and I'll drive it over to the deck, and I'll stack it on the deck, and that's where it'll stay. So depending on how cold it is, I might do that once or twice a week. Just grab a bucket or two full of wood and put it on the deck. Heat not here. Yeah, you do. Yeah, from September to June. Yeah, you know what? Winter up by you is definitely a lot longer than here. A lot longer. I don't miss that either. When we lived in Illinois, it was kind of the same way. I mean, the year before we left there, I think it was like May 12th or 15th. It actually snowed. It had like 6 or 7 inches of snow. That was brutal. It was May. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same thing up there. Sometimes you get into June and it was still cold. But yeah, we have the opposite thing down where we actually have a really long summer, a long growing season. So, I mean, sometimes in the garden, we can get 2 separate runs on it on certain things. So, yeah, being up there in the cold, you got a very short window of decent weather for gardening and other stuff. But, you know, every place has its pros and cons, I guess. It depends on what you're into, you know. Some people love the cold. Like my dad, he would never live there. That's too hot. He likes the cold weather. But, yeah, definitely don't like the cold personally, but that kind of is what it is. But I think Tank's getting ready to do something there. But well, I think we've covered a lot of different things. So I think we're gonna put this one to bed, and I think we might do another live next week, but it's going to be a different subject. It's not going to be how you're preparing for the cold. It'll be something else. Too much shrinkage in the cold. Abe Froman. Stay inside, Abe. All right, everybody. We are going to go. So everybody have a good night. Trent, you got anything you want to add?
I just wanted to make sure I was able to respond to Abe Froman's last comment. So, no, I don't. It was good seeing everybody.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Take care. Have a good night. And tune in next week. We're going to put up a different one, a different subject altogether. So
Stay warm.
Stay warm, and we will see you next week. Peace.